See here we have our heat load estimation sheet. Okay, heat load estimation sheet. Now you can see, first of all, this is our complete E20. First we need to learn manual calculations. After manual calculation we can go for this one. Okay, first I'm on AutoCAD. mm, See, in this heat load estimation sheet, just first of all, here we have project. Okay, our project: residential building, commercial building, industry building. Okay, what is your project name? That project name here you can mention. After that you can specify location. Okay, where you have your project location: Hyderabad, Mumbai, Bangalore. That one you can mention. Next we have client. Okay, client requirement. Okay, what you need: client name and a consultant name. Okay, and the date of the project, issued date. And next here we have floor. Okay, how many floors is there in that? Okay, that is ground floor, first floor. You are calculating heat load now, that is ground floor or first floor or second floor. That is your choice. Okay, based on your requirement you can go with that. Now here you can see I calculated now. After calculations, directly here you can see your number, space reference, space number. Okay, here room name, we are giving bedroom, kitchen, master bedroom, majlis, dining room, like that. Now same here you can mention your room number here. After this room number we need to specify area of the room, floor area. Here area of the room means we need to mention floor area. Next, height of the building, floor height we need to specify here. Then you are getting your total volume. This is our first 5 rows. After this we need to mention for our design condition. Okay, design conditions means, see here we have dry bulb temperature is there, wet bulb temperature is there, and RH, relative humidity, is there. Next, humidity ratio is there. How can we find out our design conditions? Okay, first of all we need to find out our design condition based on our location of the project. Okay, where are you constructing your building? For example, if you are constructing building in Hyderabad, we have one temperatures, Bangalore we have one temperature, or Saudi you have one temperature, Dubai you have one temperature. Based on your location, temperatures will vary. Okay, now ambient temperatures means your location temperature outside design data. Room temperature means human comfort zone. Okay, as per ASHRAE we have this much of human comfort zone temperature. Okay, 76 and 50 relative humidity. Already you know these two values now. Next, ambient temperature. How can you take this ambient temperature? Means if you know any two values, we can find out remaining values very easily na, from the psychrometric. Okay, now you can go to the ambient condition. Here ambient condition means you can take outside design data. How can you take outside design data? Means we have climatic data information. By using climatic data information you can take. Now you minimize this, just you can see here. See now. Okay, here you are getting like this. Already I gave climatic data sheet to you in psychrometric condition. Okay, that sheet also you can check, not a problem. See here we have latitude, altitude, and daily range of the daily range temperature, and summer, moon season, winter. Okay, based on your requirement, your condition, you need to consider. Now you can see here we have summer, at the same time moon season, winter, both is there, 3. Now which one? For example, I need Hyderabad condition 106, 78, 28. Okay, wet bulb temperature to 78, relative humidity 28. That 3 values you can mention like this. Okay, and room temperature already we know. If you know these 2 values, we can find out remaining values very easily. How can you find out your remaining values? Means by using your psychrometric concept, psychrometric chart, or otherwise you can follow psychrometric analysis software. That is your choice. You can use any one and you can take that values, not a problem. Now we completed up to here. Here you are getting temperature difference and relative humidity difference, humidity ratio difference. Okay, when are you calculating with heat load calculations? We need to know about two things. Heat load calculation condition, mainly we need to calculate two. One is sensible heat, second one is latent heat. Okay, already you know what is sensible heat and what is latent heat. Sensible heat means simply we say that our state is not changing, our temperature is changing. Okay, varying our temperature without state changing, that one you will consider as a sensible heat. Okay, next latent heat means varying state and without changing temperature. Okay, that one we can say as a latent heat. Okay, now this sensible heat condition you need to mention this temperature difference. Okay, latent heat load condition you need to mention this humidity ratio difference. Now you can see, first of all you can take one room. Here we have one room, you can see, for example this one, this is AC room, this is our AC room. And in this room, first of all you need to remember two or three things. What is that means? Which is wall, which is partition, which is negligible. When are you calculating, we need to consider three things. What is that means? Wall, partition, negligible. Okay, we need to know about this data. For example, okay, I am taking this all, I am doing copy separately this one. This design data also, this data also. Now I am doing copy, sorry. Copy. Now you can take and you can specify here. Okay, this is our building. For example, in this building I know area of the building, window, at the same time that is AC or non-AC, and I know design condition also of this one. Okay, this condition how can we calculate? Okay, how can we calculate our complete heat load calculation? First of all we need to know about this area and the volume of the room and design data. In this design data condition you can observe we have ambient temperatures and room temperatures. What is ambient temperature and what is room temperature? Ambient temperature means outside design data, means based on your location you need to take these values. Room temperature means as per ASHRAE or ISHRAE standard worldwide we have one human comfort zone temperature. That temperature we need to take for residential and commercial. Okay, for example you can go with the hospitals, industrial, that type of condition they are giving particular temperature values, okay, for your room. Based on that you need to specify. Now we need to go for our chart. Now here we have that values, here we have design conditions. Okay, this one. Okay, first of all we need to learn wall, partition, negligible. First, what is wall and what is partition and what is negligible, we need to know about that. Now what I am doing means here I am specifying my orientation of the building. We need to know about the orientation of the building also. At the same time we need to know about partition, negligible, wall. Okay, here you can remember only one point. Wall, when we are considering, means directly exposing to the sun. Okay, that condition you will consider that part as a wall. In case you have inner, okay, this is inner portion, this inner portions you consider as a partitions. Okay, that partition also when we consider as a partition means this is AC room, this is non-AC room. That condition we have temperature differences here and here. That condition automatically our temperature transfer this position to this position, right? That's why this portion we consider as a partition. Next, negligible. Negligible means both are AC rooms. Okay, this is AC room and this one also AC room. Okay, both are AC room condition you can prefer. Okay, negligible. Negligible means both we have same temperature. That condition you don't have any varying temperature, changing temperature. You can remember. Now this is 0. Okay, negligible condition you can take 0. Both are AC room. Between we have one wall. That wall we no need to calculate directly. You can consider 0. You can avoid that. Okay, if you have one AC room, one non-AC room, that condition you can prefer and you can calculate as a partition. Okay, directly exposing to the sun, okay, that part you considered as a walls. Okay, these 3 points you need to remember. Now I need to calculate my sensible and latent heat. Already we know our project and our floor area, height of the roof building. At the same day here we have design condition. When you know this all, now you can go for sensible heat. In this sensible heat condition you can see here we have solar gain, okay, and completely see glass, okay, northeast, northwest. Okay, sensible heat we are calculating room sensible heat. Just you can go for glass. Glass means nothing but window here. First of all we need to go for window. Next we need to go for walls and the roof. Okay, first you can go for window. Okay, here you can see, or wall also you can take, that is your choice. First I need to go for wall here. Okay, that wall purpose you can take, copy, you can specify here. Now you can mention, okay, which wall? North side wall. This is north side wall orientation. Now you can go here, you can mention wall, bracket n, north side wall. Now we know our formula, Q is equal to UA temperature difference, means delta T. Okay, this is our formula. First of all we need to calculate our area. This area condition we can see two. One is gross area, gross area is equal to how much of gross area means length into height of the wall. Okay, we can specify, just you can mention here A is equal to, you can see here, length of the wall how much, 13 feet 33 inch. I can mention here 13 feet 33 inch into, okay, height of the wall 12 feet. Then you can calculate this to 13 feet 13.33 into 12 159.96. We will consider 160 square feet. Okay, this is gross area, but we need net area. What is net area? You can see, net area is equal to 160 minus your window area. How much is there? 5 by 4. 5 by 4 means 20 square feet. Now I can mention 140 square feet here. Okay, now we calculated our gross area, at the same time net area. What is gross area, what is net area, we know. After completion of this we need to go for U factor. U, how can we calculate this U factor? Okay, U purpose we have one formula, that is 1 by summation R. I am mentioning directly R guys, but you can use summation symbol also, summation R. Okay, how can we calculate our R first? Okay, summation R is equal, we have one formula. What is that? Means RO plus x1 R1, next x2 R2 plus x3 R3 plus Ri, like this. Okay, depends upon the our wall layers you are getting this one. How sir? Means just you can see this is our wall na. In this wall condition we can see outer finishing one na. This is outer finishing. Now I can select this one, you can do mirror. This is inner finishing. See, this is finishing 1, finishing 2. Now you can mention here text, copy, you can place here one, here one. Now this one you will consider RO. This is RI. Now you can see RO plus RI. Now this one is, you will consider as a cement plaster, this one also cement plaster, 1 inch cement plaster, 1 inch cement plaster, middle brick. We have RO. RO means outside air film resistance. This outside air film resistance standard you can take 0.68. For example, RI RI sorry RO you can mention 0.25, RI you can mention 0.68. Why we need to mention like this means, outside we don't have any restrictions for air moving, but inside we have restrictions, walls, windows, doors. These all are restrictions for air moving. That's why inside we have higher value, outside we have lower value. Now here I will show to you once. Okay, just you can go here. See, here we have air filling condition 0.68. okay, outside, this is inside. Okay, 0.25. okay, this is outside. Okay, air film position you will consider 0.68 inside. Okay, 0.25 outside. We need to take from these shots. Okay, we can see. Okay, clear now? Now you can go to here, and here you can mention your values for U. I can mention here RO is equal to, you can mention RO means 0.25 plus X1 means 1 inch thickness into cement plastering 1 inch. R1 is there now, that is resistance value. Present we are using which one? Cement plastering. Okay, cement plastering condition you need to go for cement plastering resistant material. Now you can see here we have resistance, thermal resistance of building materials, building insulating materials. Now you can see here we have plastering materials. Plastering material condition, which type we are using? Cement plaster, sand aggregate, gypsum. Okay, lightweight, pertile agreed. Okay, based on your requirement you can take. Present I am using cement plaster or sand aggregate. Sand aggregate condition, how much is there? 0.01 is there. Okay, sand aggregate 3/4 percentage, that condition 0.15 is there. If you are using cement plastering you can go with 0.2. okay, this is for this much of inch. okay, half inch condition you can go with 0.1. okay, 3/4 inch condition you can go with 0.15. 1 inch condition, this is per 1 inch, this is per this value. How much of thickness you are getting here? Per this much of thickness you have this much of resistance value. Now this is for 1 inch, this row completely. okay, 1 inch condition cement plasters and sand aggregate 0.2 is there. Now you can go here, here you can mention 0.2 cement plastering. Now you can mention plus x2 6 inch thickness into 0. How much? Again we need to consider our brick. Now this brick we have 6 inch. That brick value how can you take? You can go here. Where is our brick? See, here we have brick common. Brick common condition, here we have 1 inch condition, you don't have anything, but here we have thickness 4 inch brick condition. How much value is there? 0.8 is there. okay, 0.8 for 4 inch. Now you can mention 0.8 divided by 4, you are getting 0.2 now. okay, same brick also we have same resistance value. Now you can mention plus x3 1 inch cement plastering into 0.2 plus RI means you will consider inside air film resistance, you can mention 0.68. now you can mention here (0.25) plus 0.2, 1 into 0.2, next 0.2 into 6, 1.2. okay, next you can mention 0.2. next you can mention 0.68. okay, totally 2.53 is now you can mention here 2.53. Okay, now you can mention u is equal to 1 divided by 2.53. Now you can go here, 1 divided by 2.53. Okay, now you can see 0.3 is then that much of our u value. We need to calculate like this. When you calculate your u value, next we can go for q, temperature difference. Delta T is then temperature difference. Okay, in this temperature difference condition, you can see how can you take this temperature difference means here we have north side wall. North side wall condition, how can we take? First you can go to your charts. Okay, you can go for wall condition. Okay, this is through solar heat gain through ordinary glass. Okay, solar heat gain through see, now here we have wall. Yes, you can see equivalent temperature difference. Okay, weight of wall. But how can you get this weight of wall? How can you get this weight of wall means you are taking your brick and resistant materials now. Just you can see here we have cement plaster. In this cement plaster condition, you can see weight lb per square feet. Is there any weight here? We don't have any weight. But you can see brick condition, brick common. Here we have weight 40. Okay, 4-inch purpose 40 is there. For example, if you are using 6-inch brick, you can take 60 lb per square feet. Now you can mention this one. Here you can mention 60 lb per square feet. Now the condition can go, and we know weight of wall also, at the same time direction of the wall also. Based on these two, we need to find out. Now you can see weight of wall, and that is north direction. North direction means you can go here 60 lb per square feet. 6-inch brick we are using, and cement plaster condition we don't have any weight of wall. Now you can go for 60, and we need to take, here we have peak time. Peak time you can take 4 p.m. Okay, now you can take 4 p.m. and 60. Totally you are getting 10 here. Okay, 10 your temperature difference. Okay, this 10 you can remember. At the same time, you can go to the, here this is which type of wall? Exposing to the sun. Now you can select this one, expose you to the sun. 60 weight of wall, at the same time peak time 4. Okay, these three condition you can see. Peak time 4 means you can see here peak time 4. 35 is there. Okay, this 35 is the equivalent temperature difference. Okay, this 35 we need to apply for here. See, outdoor design for month of 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. you will consider. Okay, daily range. How can you get this daily range? Here we have table 2. Hyderabad present we are calculating. Hyderabad condition daily range how much is there? 14 degree. Now you can go here, you can mention 14 degree. Okay, 10. Now you can see here we got 35, your equivalent temperature difference, that 35, and your daily range 14. Now you can see 23. This one 23 plus above we got a 10. That 2 you need to add. Means correction to equivalent temperature factor plus our based on north west, just you can see area equivalent temperature difference and transmission. We calculated transmission area. Next we can go for equivalent temperature difference. That equivalent temperature purpose we need to add our correction equivalent temperature. At the same time above based on this, here we got 10 23. Totally now you are getting 33. Now you can mention here 33. 10 plus 23 you can get, you have 33 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, now we got all values. Now we need to find out our temperature difference. Q is equal U 0.39 into area 140 into 33. Now you need to calculate like this. See, you can see 0.39 into 140 into 33, 180.8. You will consider 1802 BTU per hour. Okay, we need to consider our flow rate in BTU per hour. See, heat flow rate. If you need, you can see here. Okay, first our heat flow rate Q is equal to U A delta T. Okay, this is our Q, this is our U A delta T. You can remember. Okay, this is all you are getting. Next, after completion of this, okay, now we completed one wall, that is north side wall we completed. You need to mention same data here also if you need. Okay, this one. After completion of this, we can go for west side. Copy this one, you can place it here, and you can calculate for west. You can go here. Now you can mention wall north direction is there now. You can mention west. Okay, just you can see west side, same area. How much? 10 feet 6 inch. Now I can mention here 10.6 into 12, 127.2. now you can go. Okay, here you can mention 10 feet 6 inch. Okay, now you can see 127. Here you can mention 127 minus 20, you are getting 107. Already U factor is same, both are outside walls now. Next we need to go for temperature difference. How can you find out our temperature difference? Means you can go with same manual. This is west side wall, 60 lb per square feet wall, and 4 pm you can take 26 here, and you can go for correction factor. Correction factor you are getting same now also. 4 pm 35 and daily range 23 plus 26 you are getting 49. Now you can see 23 plus 26, 49 degree Fahrenheit. Now you can change here 0.39, 107, 49. Now I can mention 107 into 49 into 0.39. Okay, 2044.7. now I can mention here 2045 BTU per hour. Now clear na? This is our wall heat load calculation. These two values, or these two, we need to mention in a Excel sheet like this. In this room only we have two walls, and the remaining partitions are negligible is there. That's why that two walls direction here you need to specify. North condition here, if you need you can edit this one, and here also we need to edit. Okay, this is all you need to change. Clear na guys?